Random thoughts today, and I'm gonna do it here as I go get something to eat. But I think I want to start with the words of nothing. Just nothing. The first thing come to my mind is, what do they say? Reagan or I forgot who got rid of all the mental institutions. I like beauty. I like sun. I did not order it, but I guess when you sign up for Shopify, they just send it to you. Interesting. So yesterday before work, I kept seeing a couple of things it said a couple of videos, the titles had the word Charlie Kirk in it. One video said he was shot. One video, they was just saying all types of stuff, but the name Charlie Kirk kept showing up. And I was like, I'm not going to click on it because I don't know who Charlie Kirk is. And so I get to work and I'm still seeing it. I'm like, and then I started feeling something different in the atmosphere. And did I watch a video? I don't know. But it was time for me to Google, who is Charlie Kirk? And so somebody said, and I was like, somebody next to me, and I said, oh, he looks familiar. He said, yeah, you know him. And he's been on CNN, something, he said. And I said, oh. I said, is he dead? Did he die? And he was like, yeah, I've been watching this all day. And oh yeah, they explained that he was at a event talking with college students at an event, speaking, and they shot him. And immediately my reactions was, you know, just because of his views, he was speaking, he got shot. I don't know. And I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was. And so he was like, yeah, he's from Scottsdale. He's from right here, Scottsdale. Still, my thing is, so then the night went on and on. Then somebody that looks like me, possibly similar background as me, was like, have you seen this video? I said, I've seen a few. I seen one where he was sitting down and he was shot, and somebody was on the ground. It was like, okay, they got the shooter or whatever. And I said, so that means that if I was up speaking or you was speaking because somebody didn't like what you said, let me take you out. Just like back in the day, right? Those old decrypted mindsets. They just take you out, regardless of if you're a Klan, if you're not a Klan, if you're for Black speaking on justice, if you're a Klan speaking against Black, and all these things. You know, I truly believe just because I don't walk like you, talk like you, act like you, think like you, believe like you, have the same bank account as you, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know today. So then as we going on and on, he was like, you gotta watch this one. And I was like, God damn. That was a sniper shot. Then I, you know, went on, you know, work. Feel. Said something ain't right. Something ain't right. So my mind is immediately, because I don't look like you, walk like you, talk like you, act like you, think like you, believe like you. You can sniper shot me, and regardless of color, regardless of you're spewing hate, you're spewing love, you're spewing down the middle, regardless of whatever. So then I was like, I gotta see that again. And then something made me think, I started thinking, I was like, well, what if that was a gush of movie stuff? Whatever the movie stuff is, and you snipe it and it's just like fake. I don't know either way. The reason is deep, and is very, very deep and disturbing. I work in a work environment. I have adult children. And grandbabies. I also thought, while I was at work last night, I said, you know, when it was Utah and it was like, we got the killer. No, we don't have the killer. We got the killer. No, we don't have the killer. We got the killer. And I was like, well, goddamn. Ain't too many. So I was thinking, like, what year was it, Freddie Gray? I was working in Baltimore. So I looked it up. It was 2015. I was working in Baltimore, and I was also taking the EMT course. And the paramedic that was teaching the course, he said, and he was a tall white guy. And we had all races and colors and backgrounds in the class. And he said, as time go on, times are going to change. And the people that are going to do mass killings are not going to be who you would assume it would be. And he made that clear, and he harped on it for a while, and he gave a speech on it. We had already had 9/11. We already have people putting in our minds, you better talk about the black on black crime. Blah, 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 blah. Right. But when he said in 2015, the mass murderers and the killings are not going to be by who you think it would be. My thing is, it's going to always be protect yourself. Protect yourself. Be safe. Even if your head is on a swivel, when it comes time to sniper take you out, do a pop shot, there's nothing you can do. Right? So recently, I was speaking to someone and I said I wanted to do a video, and I had a panel of about 5 people that were willing to do an interview, panel, Zoom, what's the other one? Zoom or the little birdie, something yard, Skype yard, whatever. However I was going to try to do it. I haven't done those type of interviews yet. And it was like, yeah, except for one person. And I text that person and they didn't text me back. I said, okay, either they're very busy or this is not something they are willing or comfortable to do. Somebody probably prepped them already, like, right? And my thing is, I wanted, working in the workplace environment, it's like, okay, I explained it to somebody last night. I was like, it's like, if you're white and you come from a real prejudiced background, hating all, people that are not like you. And if I come from a black background, hating all people that are not like me. Then we get into the workplace environment. How, I just wanted to talk about that, how we deal with one another and how we come together. And I said, you even notice that we take up for one another. Some of us, not all of us, in the workplace environment. If something was to happen, we take up for one another. And they were like, yeah. And so I had came up with quite a few questions. I was asking somebody else. I said, well, what do you think? Because the person I had texted asked to do it, they are totally different than me, but we get along in the workplace environment. And my thing was, how do we get along so well? We can laugh at to one another. And you come back in after a long time of being off, we hug each other. And then also, if somebody comes in saying nigger, you kick them out. And, it's like, we just work together and protect one another as if, we're not at home in our environment, or the type of environment that we come up with, or around our normal everyday environment, friends, neighbors, family. And so the person, I was like, well, if I ask this, can I ask that? And it was like, well, you should ask this and you should ask that. So that's how I'm going to base my conversation on today, is how we get along in the workplace environment, even though we have strong hate, even though we have strong let me see. One of the things the person said was, there's so much here I can't narrow it down, but he was like, white people should not be held accountable for what our parents did, he said. And I said, you're right. You know, if you're like truly not holding on to that stuff, you're right, and we shouldn't, you know, beat you upside the head with it, things of that nature. I just looked here, it's like 14 minutes. I've been talking a minute, but and that's what I'm gonna share, how some of the questions that I was going to ask, and it's going to help me navigate through this, because right now this is very, very dangerous that we are into. It's like you cannot speak your mind. Even if you don't speak your mind, let me tell you something. During the time the Black national anthem was sung at a football game, and I didn't even know it until the white person came up to me and wanted to whip my ass because the Black national anthem, like, he was like, what the fuck is this? And I found out, you know, he was one of the ones that had stormed the Capitol on January, I think it was 21st or something like that. And I was like, and I was getting ready to go behind him, and they was like, don't go behind him, don't go behind, you know. They were scared for me to go talk to him. And he used, you know, and I remember he had something Brandon on his lunchbox, and I was like, what's that? And he looked at me crazy. He was like, and I was like, no, seriously, I don't know what that is. And they explained that or whatever. But and so that's when I found out that he had went to the Capitol, professional. And no matter if you do be quiet, the reason I mention that is because people still going to assume you are what's in their mind, right? And if their mind tells them, if they practice to hurt people all the time and hate people all the time, it don't matter who you are, what you say, and how you do, they're coming after you. So the main thing is, by saying that, it's like learning to protect oneself and know how to protect oneself when you're in the work environment, when you're in the grocery stores, when you're in the neighborhood, when you're in intimate relationships. Because people don't like women, people don't like black people, especially the American black person. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But I cannot adapt to, because you hate, I'm going to hate. Just because you walk around in the grocery store and you know, you can't even have a good intimate moment because it's like hate, right? You can't even walk in the grocery store and just love on the pears and the apples that's non-genetically modified or wild blueberries as opposed to regular blueberries, because it's like hate, right? You find the stuff to hate on. And so you walk around the workplace and you're like hate, right? And I cannot adopt that. Just because you hate, even if you killed my brother, even if you murdered someone I love dearly, I'm still not going to pick up your hate and treat others with hate. This sounds so fucking stupid, but that's just the way y'all are. But I'm not going to say unity for everyone. I don't believe that shit, even though I love Queen Latifah. I came up singing that back in the day. I know that unity can't be like that. I know unity can't be like Martin Luther King, I have a dream. I know we can't fight and fuck everybody up if we want to continue to live a life that we want to live and why we were put here, and not because some Joe Blow says you need to be taken out because you don't look like them. I have no answers. All I know is you don't treat me right, fuck you. It's simple as that. And don't try to manipulate my mind. I don't know. I'll be back. Peace.